Morning everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm a training manager in W right now and I'm looking forward to know you, to get to know you everyone soon. So today I will come into for the test as a training. So because of the limited time, only 15 minutes, so I select the module of connect. So let's guess about what is exactly about connect and why it's so important. When we have to take care of the guest, when we approach to the guest, so we need to connect with the guest, right? So what do you think is very important and how appropriate to connect to the guest? Can anyone share experience? Like, have you ever connect to any guest and they impress you, or like want to know you more and share experience with you? Okay. Anyone would like to share, like any guest share experience and connect?
It's just kind of the story that you created this issue, author they create the story to talk to the guest.
Yes.
And it's being connected, and then you could make the interactions to the guest.
Thank you so much. That's right, exactly correct. So today we are going to know more about how to connect and how appropriate to connect with the guest. What you need to consider as a behavior, like appropriate behavior to connect, because of opposite with the connect, what we have, the opposite disconnect, correct. So you need to be aware of. Sometimes you can connect and sometimes you also create disconnects as well. That's why you have to consider our behavior when you go into approach to the guest, what is the right behavior, and also you need to know about the guest expectation. So firstly, please see the slide. So do you think what kind of these guests are they same? No, right? So of course the expectation will be different. So this is the first important thing before you going to approach the guest, before you going to connect to the guest. You need to know why they come here, what the reason they come here. So it's called the trip persona. So the trip is mean trip and person. So everyone have a different expectation in every trip. And may I ask, let you guys guess, what about in the same trip, in every day they have the same expectation? No, correct. Yes, because sometimes they might have the, for example, they come here for the business trip, but maybe in the last 2 days or in the last day there may be leisure trip, so the expectation will be different. So this is, I want you to do one activity. It's called how to connect with the guest with the trip persona. So here I have a card with a different kind of trip persona. So I will implement to do both. So maybe you can select which one you most comfortable with. Which kind of guest that you most comfortable with? And maybe please share me why you comfortable with this kind of guest.
With Tom, related.เนี่ยบอกลีน่าเนี่ยทำเป็นโลนบิสเนสลีน่าเนี่ยนี่ล่ะนะI have something
Okay, so I want anyone would like to share why you comfortable with that kind of trip persona? Anyone would like to go first?
From the front, as myself, I couldn't try, there's still one you couldn't choose.
Let's start.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
why did you choose yours?
Yeah, why?
Membership plan. Yes, membership plan.
Why did you choose that? Why have you chosen that card?
Because it's get membership, they whatever they need to come because they have membership of hotel. And that's why I can see the
Kuram, why have you chosen that one?
The membership also.
Yeah. มีเหมือนกัน
มีดีเหมือนกันสองชุดชุดเซ็ต
Business and women
ใครโลนคะ
ควรโลนคะ
เราจัด
Single lady.
Yeah, no lady
ที่เราเลยชุดเป็นสายสอง
อัน
อัน
นี้
นี้
อะ
อะไร ไร
อ่ะ
อ่ะแค่นั้นแหละ
the wedding and
นี่ค่ะไปอยู่กับพี่ชาย
so
ค่ะ
we know that what to prepare to make them happy.
So you know well about how to prepare to make them happy. Anyone else would like to
I
share?
choose Ventures Party. It's very good to my personality and what I'm thinking because
Like party, right?
Yes, party. That's what I'm person who know things. Party.
Okay, so everyone have your own personal reason that you're comfortable with, but in the real world or realistic, you cannot really select what kind of guest, right? Because you have to take care of every kind of guest. So now let's swap with your friend next to you. Swap the one that you picked up. And I want you to think about their expectation. I give you 2 minutes to think about what their expectation and please share to me. And how are you going to approach them? Two minutes หรอไหมโอเคไหมคะ ready okay so anyone would like to share first
Arena.
anyone who not share yet
for me the business woman traveling alone that we need to keep like a emotion connect talking with them and we would like to know what she want. Example, I work in the spa. Maybe if she want to learn in the about the wellness, I can keep a plan for her because she come alone. Then we can offer activity in the hotel and we can plan for the traveling for her for around the island. That's it. It's easy for the business as well.
thank you so she not alone she can
Come
do
alone.
I mean like you plan the activity for her so she not feel lonely
Yeah.
so she can have an activity to do okay. And anyone would like to share gentlemen golf meeting
I think it's this group is high so the case is high end.
high end
We offer the expensive product.
expensive
We keep revenue.
oh very good very good plan very good strategy นะคะ
And family vacations, as you know, like we have the gift cards of activities to support them. Sometimes they don't feel like to be with their kids, so then they can leave their kids at the gift cards. Our staff trains and to
to be take care of kids because of the family trip the most important thing of them will be their kids anyone
Couple on wedding anniversary SUV นะคะfor wedding for the have the ceremony แล้วก็ set up the beach ค่ะ
so it's kind of day special day so we need to prepare well and ensure everything not gonna like mess up and everything follow to the plan
The wedding you cannot make mistake.
yes because it's day special day some people have one wedding but maybe more joking นะคะ
I'm listening to that.
ต้องถามคุณซาคริสนะคะ
Business guests with the family joining for the weekends. If the guests they have the occasions for this kind of trips to the hotel, I would say that we would focus on the partner of the family and their children because if the person who come for the business, first of all they will focus on the business, like think of the conference or the meeting. But from the our side, we should make sure that the family members of them, it should be have a comfortable stay. Like the hotel have kids clubs, we have the spa, we have the other activity for the family member to participate with it. So I think this kind of thing is good plan for them. So like make the combination.
Thank you. So, anyone else?
Okay, for my side, it's a vacation. So, first of all, I think to taking care of the children first. Sometimes the children happy to make the father and mother happy. So, we have kids club available for them, and there is many activity for them for the kids. I think sometimes the father and mother is upset about the service, but if we taking care of the children, and the children is happy to make their father and mother happier.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for everyone answer. So I think we all know well about how to consider the different type of the guests. So let's go to the this slide. As they mentioned, our guests value the design of our hotel, but what they really remember are the people. Their loyalty is often to a specific team member who went out of their way to connect with them. So exactly, they simply say that the most reason that the guests will remember is how the staff serving or how our team members, we call team member here, right? Team member service, and they remember the team member or staff. So to compare, we have so many beautiful hotel in Koh Samui, but the main reason that we need to focus is how staff service and how they really connect to them. So this is why I select this module to be a foundation of memorable service. So we are going to deep dive more how to communication effectively. So how to communication, we have a 3 component: word 7%, tone 38%, and non-verbal is 55%. So we are going to know why word is only 7 and tone only 38, and why the body language is such a big thing, and you need to very be aware of it. So when you need to connect to someone, what you are going to do? Smile. And if you want to know them, if they sit alone quiet, what you are going to do?
Come to approach and then
Greeting,
offering
and asking, right? So when you need to know someone, when you need to talk to someone, when you try to open conversation, you need to ask the question. So firstly, you need to know what kind of question that you are going to use. So the answer, so on the slide is what, who, why, where, how, when. What is this kind of this question? Open. So it's open question when you are going to use the open question. When?
We need
more detail.
more detail.
Yes, when we need more detail, when we need another side to explain what they want, when we also need to observe, are they really in the good emotion, good mood to talk with us, right? Because sometimes when you try to, hello, how are you doing? And if they like kind of don't want to speak, they will just close the answer. So you kind of know from this as well. And also when you want to gathering more information, so you ask them open question, how was your day? How was your trip? So they explain you, and then you can connect to the story and share the same experience. So and next, yes and no. What kind of this question?
Close section.
Close question. When we use this?
That's only specific.
Yes, specific and identify. Yes or no. Do you have booking? Right? Like that. No. Do you have booking today? Yes, I have booked already. Okay. So and another last question it's very important that you gathering more information and specific information. It's a probing question. The probing question is same like when you go into the computer. The probing question is a double click, like dig into information and get more detail. How many people of you have booking? Like that, and they answer 2 people, 3 people. This is the kind of probing question. So you can clarify, you can get more information, and you can investigate what happened. And I also would like to show you some video, which is I want you to thinking what about he used technique, question technique. How was it? How is it going? What do you think about it? I want you to share opinions. So the video around 1 minute.
According to the inexplicably irritable nurse behind the desk, you'll be seen after the man who claims to be having a heart attack but appears to be well enough to play Doodle Jump on his iPhone. We have to fill these out. Describe illness or injury.
It dislocated my shoulder.
Alright. And how did the accident occur?
You already know that.
Cause of accident. Lack of adhesive ducts. Okay, medical history. Have you ever been diagnosed with diabetes?
No.
Kidney disease?
No.
Migraines?
Getting one.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
Are you sure you look a bit puffy?
Change migraine to yes. Hey, Sheldon, look, I am scared and in a lot of pain. Could you please take a break from me and you for just a minute and try being, I don't know, comforting?
I'm sorry. There. Everything's going to be fine. Sheldon's here.
Thanks, that's much better.
Okay, so what do you think about that video? How he used a question technique and what is going on? Is this a connect? Is he connect with her?
Yes. But
Connect.
But he asked question like a question, the medical information she up with her at the hospital.
I think it's
She boring to answer.
how
boring.
you interact to the guest.
Mm.
Yeah. The voice.
Yeah.
It's really
Is she seem happy to talk to him?
No.
No, right? So because of the way he asking to her, actually the wording or the vocabulary or the sentence is correct because of he used the form, right? But it's about his tone, it's about his body language, it's about how he consider, how she feel, right? So actually that video is showing that he not really going to connect with her well. Connect means when you feel happy and want to talk to each other and share experience together and happy to have a conversation with, right? So that's why the question are powerful too. So it will help you to get to know people and it will build a relationship. And it's also avoiding misunderstanding by ask question and diffusing situation. Diffusing situation is like when the guests have a angry or complain, and sometimes you can diffusing situation or let it calm by ask question how what has happened. Let them explain, let them release their stress. So the question is so powerful. So it's same like that video that's showing to build a relationship, and sometimes you have to be careful. If you not connect, the opposite is a way disconnect. So maybe you will ruin trust, ruin relationship between guests and the team members. Okay. So tips, another tips as well. Before you go into rapport with the guest, you need to prepare the information. you know already what type of guest, but you also need to prepare their information, their preference. For example, you know they come for the business trip, but they also would like, they don't eat seafood like that. You also need to know. You're not going to approach them without preparing by asking, oh, today I would like to recommend a seafood, blah, 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 but you didn't know that they're allergic or they don't eat the seafood, right? And the open question is very important tips that you can have it when you want to know that person would like to talk in a good mood, in an emotion to talk to other people or not, right? And gathering information as much as you need with the open question. And also the last one is listen. So the listen, why it's so important when you're talking to each other, when you connect with the guest, why it's so important about listening? Showing interest for the guests that we are listening. We want to share the story with them, right? And also another thing that the listening is a very important skill that if you don't listen, you cannot continue what is going on, what you are going to talk to the guests. And also, you also can build trust, build respect to the guests when the guests share some experience and you listen carefully. And the next one is a tone. So we already finished with the word, 7%. So I just would like to ask you a quick question. How many percent of tone? 38. Yes, very good, remember. So tone is 38. Why is 38? So we say how are you in different tone. Pira maybe want to be an angry one.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you? Okay, so
How are you?
how are you? Very cutie. Okay.
It's just how are you doing?
How are you doing?
How are you? I'm not showing care. How are you today?
Okay, so you can see it's very simple question. But if you use the different tone, pardon?
Like the same wording,
Yeah.
different tone voice,
Different meaning.
Yeah.
ใช่ So you have to be careful and be aware the tone. Even you the same sentence, same wording, but the meaning very different. It's showing you sincere. It's showing how you want to connect with the guest. And the last one is the body language. It's very huge percent with 55%. Why is that? What you can see from the slide?
We can see they are happy or not happy.
Happy or unhappy?
Yeah.
So let's see about the first. She's the same one, right? Not already. And what about this? Question. So why we know all this? Is there any wording on this? Any voice in this slide? No. It's because of the body language is a huge percentage and very important. So every time your behavior you're going to connect or approach the guest, you have to be aware of body language, tone align, body language align, wording question align. So this is a very important part to connect with the guest because of when you able to connect emotion to the guest, what are going to happen in the end? What is very important when you connect to the guest? If your team member be able to connect with the guest, you remember the slide that the reason the guest return because of
Make the guest satisfied. Goodness, guys.
make it satisfied, make it
Oh, yeah.
happy.
People.
Don't forget the reason that the guest return is staff, not just only a beautiful hotel.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just before Kun
Sarah.
Sarah arrived, we were just doing the voting. There were 2 team members which have connected with guests very well, Chinusca and Foreign FMB, right? So the guests commented on the team members. The team member has connected, engaged with them, yeah? Did not mention wonderful audio fantastic, no. Kunjumi looked after my kids in the kids. That's what Kusai's going to say.
สวย
So hopefully Kura will do the same, selling beverages, and then dealing with complaints.
ไม่มี
Yeah, she does that.
Like this. I copy from internet. So like this, no? So in the end, hopefully this class will be useful to everyone, and you know how to focus and how to train your team members well with they connect and train them to be aware and do their best to connect with the guests, and hopefully we will reach our expectation to exceed guest expectation and serve it memorable. Thank you.